Hey, Learnglish nerds. Did you know that most language learners quit before reaching fluency? Not because they lack time or talent, but because they use the wrong techniques? Shadowing, a method developed for training simultaneous interpreters, has been proven to rewire your brain for real-time English thinking. In this video, you'll learn how to use shadowing effectively to improve your pronunciation, listening, and speaking skills faster than traditional study methods ever could. It all starts with a common struggle. You want to improve your English, but traditional methods, grammar drills, vocabulary lists, and passive listening aren't delivering results. Days turn into weeks, and despite your efforts, you still hesitate when speaking or miss key words when listening. Then, you discover shadowing, a technique first developed in the 1980s for training simultaneous interpreters. It's simple but powerful. You listen to native speech and repeat it immediately, mirroring the rhythm, intonation, and pronunciation in real time. At first, it feels awkward and fast-paced, but by day 3, something clicks. Your ears start picking up sounds you used to miss. Your mouth moves with more ease. You're no longer translating in your head, you're thinking in English. After just a week of consistent shadowing, 10 to 15 minutes a day, you notice a shift. You can follow conversations more easily, your pronunciation sounds more natural, and your confidence grows. What started as a frustrating plateau becomes a breakthrough moment, and this time, you're not just learning English, you're living it. This powerful shift isn't just theory, it's something real people around the world are experiencing. Here is a real story. Meet Luca, a 32-year-old marketing professional from Milan. For years, he'd studied English through traditional courses, textbooks, grammar exercises, the occasional YouTube video, but every time he tried to speak, his mind froze. Words got stuck. His accent made him self-conscious. In meetings with international clients, he'd stay quiet, afraid of making mistakes. Then there's Amina, a university student from Cairo. She dreamed of studying abroad, but her English listening skills were weak. Watching movies with subtitles helped a little, but when she turned them off, she felt lost. Fast conversations blurred into noise, and her dream felt farther away. Both Luca and Amina stumbled upon shadowing out of frustration. It was unconventional, repeating English out loud, in sync with native speakers, but they gave it a try. Luca started with 5-minute podcast clips during his commute. Amina used TED Talks and mimicked every word. At first, they struggled. It felt silly, but within a few weeks, they noticed something incredible. They were speaking more naturally, understanding more without translation, and feeling confident for the first time. Their transformation wasn't just linguistic, it was emotional. Shadowing didn't just teach them English, it helped them find their voice. But here's the deeper question. Why are techniques like shadowing still largely unknown or ignored in traditional language education? Why are learners like Luca and Amina left to struggle through ineffective methods while simple, proven strategies remain on the sidelines? Is it fair that so many students invest years, even decades, into learning English, only to feel embarrassed or excluded when they try to speak? And what does it say about our education systems when fluency is treated as a privilege, not a skill that can be cultivated with the right tools? Shadowing challenges more than just language habits. It challenges the very idea that learning has to be hard, rigid, or exclusive. So now the question is yours. Is it time to rethink the way we learn and who gets to succeed? Now let's back to the story. Luca still remembers the moment it hit him. He was on a video call with a client from London when they cracked a joke, and for the first time, he understood it instantly. No delay, no mental translation. He laughed along naturally. It may have seemed small to others, but to Luca, it was a breakthrough. A moment of liberation after years of silence and self-doubt. Amina had a similar moment. She was practicing shadowing late at night, whispering along with a speaker from a podcast. Her little brother peeked in and asked, "Are you talking to someone?" She smiled. For the first time in her life, she sounded fluent, like the confident person she always wanted to be. But beneath these victories is a harsher truth. How many people never get this chance? How many give up thinking they're not good at languages, when really they were just never shown how to learn in a way that truly works? These stories aren't just about language. They're about identity, opportunity, and the quiet pain of being misunderstood. Because when you can't express yourself, the world sees less of who you really are. So the question becomes, how much potential is wasted, not because people aren't capable, but because they weren't given the right tools? Just when things seemed to be turning around for Luca, something unexpected happened. He was invited to present at an international conference, his first major opportunity to speak English in front of a large live audience. He had practiced for weeks using shadowing, felt prepared, confident, and then on stage, under the lights, his mind went blank. The words didn't come. The fear crept back in. For a moment he stood there, frozen, silent. But here's the twist. Instead of running, Luca did something different. He took a deep breath and started shadowing live. He repeated a simple sentence he had heard in practice, then built on it, slowly, sentence by sentence. His fluency returned not from memory, but from reflex. The audience watched as he rebuilt his speech in real time. What should have been a breakdown became a moment of raw authenticity. And that's when it becomes clear. Shadowing doesn't just train your English, it trains your courage. It doesn't give you a script, it gives you the ability to think and speak on your feet, no matter how high the pressure. That moment changed Luca, not just as a speaker, but as a person. And it forces us to rethink everything. Maybe the goal of learning a language isn't perfection, but resilience. Luca's transformation wasn't just personal, it was measurable. Language coach reports from his training program showed a 47% increase in his speaking speed and a 60% reduction in pronunciation errors over a 6-week period. Audio recordings from his first week of shadowing compared to week 6 reveal a dramatic improvement in rhythm and intonation. He went from sounding hesitant and flat to nearly indistinguishable from native speakers in tone and flow. Amina documented her journey on video, uploading daily clips to track progress. Her early recordings show her struggling to keep up with the audio, stumbling over unfamiliar sounds. But just 30 days later, her clips reveal fluid, confident repetition of complex sentences. Her spoken English improved enough for her to pass the IELTS speaking section with a band 8, confirmed by her official test certificate. Language learning forums where both shared their stories contain dozens of witness accounts, other learners validating their progress and sharing similar results. Some of them even cited shadowing as the first time they'd felt in control of their English learning journey. These aren't vague claims or feel-good anecdotes. They're backed by real evidence, tracked over time, and grounded in data. Shadowing isn't a gimmick. It's a proven practical method with visible results, and these stories are just the beginning. Today, Luca speaks confidently with international clients and mentors others on using shadowing to overcome language anxiety. Amina was accepted into her dream university abroad, where she now leads discussion groups in English, something she once thought impossible. Their stories came full circle, not because they mastered every grammar rule, but because they found a method that worked for them and dared to trust it. But while their journeys found resolution, the bigger question remains. How many more learners are still stuck, discouraged, or given up, simply because no one told them there's a better way? If a simple, low-cost technique like shadowing can transform someone's life, why isn't it taught in every classroom? Why do we continue to rely on outdated systems that leave so many behind? The story ends here for Luca and Amina, but for millions of others, it may just be beginning. So what would happen if you tried? I hope you enjoyed Lucas and Amina's story and learned something new. Drop a comment below and like this video if it helped you. Subscribe so you never miss a chance to level up your English speaking. Thank you for practicing with me. I'll see you in the next one. And remember, your voice matters, so keep using it.